Alright guys, it's Sean from T34 here. This is going to be our debut video. Today I'll be giving you my Vylon deck profile, which I've been running at my locals for quite some time, and it's actually proven quite good recently. Yesterday I managed to get over some Mermails, Geishkis and Atlanteans, and it's working its way up the Yu-Gi-Oh food chain. So I'll get kick started right into the deck. You can tell me what you think, and I'll show you the sync combos I've got at the end. So, one Tetra, mainly because, like most cards in my deck, I've not got enough room to put more of in. It's a really good card. Even though it's only got 900 attack, it's level 2 tuner, and you can equip it to a monster, and if the monster is destroyed, then this goes instead. Next, which I'm hesitant to show you, Sphere. I've got 3 in here mainly to only get Omega out. Omega's kind of like my win condition. Even though there are several ways to get over Omega, it's still a really good card. But anyway, I've got 3 spheres in here. Level 1 tuners. Good effect: when this is sent to the grave, pay 500, equip it to a monster, then you can send this to the grave to get an equipped spell that's in the graveyard and equip it to the equipped monster. 1 Hept. Only got 1 in because, as I said, I've got not much room left. It's got a really good effect though. Let's say you had Omega out and you use its effect to equip a synchro to it from the graveyard. If you summoned Vylon Hept, then you could then get that synchro out that's equipped to Omega. So it gives you a lot of advantage really fast. This is really this deck's staple, but 3 cubes. This is just to get Sigma out, no other reason really, unless you want to go into Zenmaines or something using 2 of them. But otherwise, its effect's only really good for Sigma as well. Next, 1, 2, 3 prisms. 4-star tuner of the deck. It can sync with a lot of things that's in here, including the Hept. But the really good thing I like about this is that when this is sent to the graveyard, pay 500 and equip it to a face-up monster. Gains 1000 attack boost. Sorry. Although if the equipped monster is destroyed, this doesn't get destroyed instead. It's only Tetra that does that. So that's the Vylon monsters then. So I've got 2 Shining Angels. This is really just to search out cards. No other reason than that. I can use it to sync with Prism sometimes, although that is quite rare. But yeah, it's just for searching. 1 Honest. 2 Trident Warriors. Instant Sigma if you can pull it off really. Normal summon this, then special summon level 3 from your hand. Then not 1 but 2 Summon Monks. That's also an instant Epsilon or Stardust if you've got a spell card in your hand and your opponent doesn't do anything about it. 1 Genex Neutron just to search out the Tetra, Sphere or Cube. And finally for the monsters, we've got 3 Photon Thrashers. I've got 3 in here, just really, if I've got Prism in my hand, on my Photon Thrasher, special summon this, normal summon that, then you can sync straight into level 8. Just to let you guys know, Prism's effect doesn't need to be onto a Vylon monster. You can go for Stardust if you wanted to for a synchro summon, and then give Stardust 1000 attack boost, just in case you didn't know that. So that's the monsters. I would have really liked to put a Gauze in here, but really there's just not a lot of room. You're forced to run an incredibly small trap count, if not no traps, to make the deck function properly. I've got 3 traps in here just now, but honestly, I'm wanting to take them out. But I'll just go straight into the spells now. One rod. I'm wanting 2 more of these, really. I mean, I've got 3 cubes, so why not search out an equip spell when that's used for a synchro summon. I mean, this is just so good. This gets you out your Omega instantly, really. That's if your opponent doesn't do anything about it. I'll show you what I mean by this at the end of the video. There are 1 component. I don't like this card. I've got it in here mainly so I can equip it to Sigma while it's equipped with KS, just so it can get destroyed and get another equipped spell. Piercing damage is pretty good if your opponent's playing defensively, but otherwise, not really good. Two filaments. It turns into an ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon. The equipped monster does anyway. It's a really good card. If you equip it to, let's say, for example, Omega or Epsilon, these are the ones with considerably high attack, then you know your opponent can't do anything about it. Unless they've got set monster cards, of course. We've got 1, 2, 3 materials. 600 attack boost. That's it really. Just like all Vylon equip spells, to search out another one when destroyed face up. We're getting to the last of the Vylon spell cards now, but 1 segment. A lot of people hate this, but I love it. I'll give you an example why. My friend has a Machina deck, and if I'm playing against him, he'll usually pop one of my monsters with Machina Fortress. If I've got Vylon Segment equipped to the monster that I attacked it with, then he can't pop the monster. We've got Vylon Matter. I'm wanting to put another one of these in, mainly because it's such a good card. It recycles your equip spell, and it lets you pop one of your opponent's cards or draw a card. So, Vylon Matter. Next, I'm running 3 elements, but I can't find the other one. But just keep that in mind. I should be running 3 elements here. It can be a dead draw at times. I did actually used to run 2, but I'm running 3 now. Element's really good. Equip spell destroyed, get a tuner. Then you also get the effect of the equip spell. So, pretty decent. Next, really for the staples, you've got Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, MST, Monster Reborn, and I threw in a Book of Moon in here, just for those situations, you know. So, this is spells. Apart from that, Gone Rogue Vylon Element that I can't find. Right, the current traps I've got in here, just for that extra kickstart you might need. 1 Solemn Judgement. Could be costly when you're playing with this deck, but it wins games at some points. Then you've got Torrential Tribute. Epic against playing Lavels if they just use Rekindling. Machinas, they swarm the field all the time, that's quite annoying. So your Torrential, boom boom boom. Especially if you've got Tetra equipped to, let's say, Omega, because, you know, you'll just destroy the Tetra. Personal favourite of mine, Scrub Raid. For those of you who don't know what this card does, basically you can destroy 1 card you control to end the battle phase. And it's quite smart using this card in this deck. If you've got face-up Vylon equipped spell cards and you or your opponent attacks, then you can just pop one of your equipped spells, Element kicks off and you get your tuner. So that's the main deck. I've not really had a chance to make a side deck or that, although I do have my extra deck here, which I'll show you. It's still under construction, but a lot of everything that I need to win games is in here anyway. So you've got 1 Omega. I'm wanting another one of those because it's getting more increasingly easy for me to get out, but I've got one in here just now. Next I've got an Epsilon. Really good card. Destroy one of your equipped spells, destroy one of their monsters, then you get the effect of your equipped spell to search out another one. Then you've got Vylon Alpha. I don't think I've ever got him out in my life, but I pulled him in a packet, so he's in here anyway. Then you've got 2 Sigmas. I would have wanted to have 3 just in case something went wrong with one summon, and that way I could still get 1 or even 2 Omegas out. I don't really use Sigma much unless it's for Omega, or if Omega's already gone. Ancient Fairy Dragon, good stall card, good special summoning card, level 7, easy to make. Trident Warrior, it's just in here to fill up space. It's got alright attack I suppose, but apart from that, its effect's not all that good either. I've got 2 red Dragon Archfiends. At some point I did contemplate about making this a red Nova Vylon deck, but that would just take up so much time and money, so I thought I'd keep it the way it is. But red Dragon Archfiend's in here as well. Level 8, so it's quite easy to make. And finally you've got your Stardust Dragon. Along with these. Pearl, Utopia, and wrong way, Zenmaines. Make that easily with 3 cubes. Right, so extra deck and main deck's done. I'll now show you what I mean by these element combos. So the cards you're needing out on the field are a Sigma or an Epsilon, and then I'll leave this Omega at the side here, so I'll put it over there. Alright, so I'll do it with Sigma first. Put it like that so you can see it. Yeah. Okay. Out in the field, in terms of spell cards, you're needing an element. Maybe put this back a bit for you to see. Yeah, so you've got an element out. Then you equip the Sigma with KS. If you've got another element out, that's just as good, because that way you don't need to waste out on equipped spells. So, to be honest, I'm sure that's all you need to kickstart the combo. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is, hopefully you've got a Vylon equipped spell card in your hand. So you equip that Vylon Component to Sigma. That gets popped because of KS effect, so that goes. Then you get a tuner out. We're going to go for a Vylon Tetra. So you got your Vylon Tetra out. Because of Component's effect, that got destroyed. You then get to search out another Vylon spell card. Remember it says Vylon spell card, it doesn't need to be an equipped spell card. So you go and search out your Filament, equip it, destroyed, get effective element. So you go ahead and you search out your Vylon Sphere. So Vylon Sphere comes out. Then, because of Vylon Filament's effect, I would either get a Filament or a Segment. You don't want Deep Prison activating on Omega, or you don't want, you know, any other sort of bad effects affecting Omega. So that's what you've got. You'll then sync for 10 to bring on Omega, and this goes. You pay 500 to bring back Tetra, so you got your safeguard. Then you pay another 500 to get back your Sphere. You then send Sphere to equip a Filament using its effect. Then you equip this from your hand, and then you can use Omega's effect to equip a Vylon monster to Omega. So now we'll choose Sigma. So he's equipped him as well, and really, if you get Hept out, then that's you special summoning him in defense. If you can kickstart your combo again with another Rod of Silence KS, then by all means go for another Omega. I did mention I only have one just now. I'm wanting 3, well, 2 more. So I'm wanting 2 more so I can win games easier. Sometimes it's not even necessary to pull out the segment when you're searching, by the way, because, you know, with Omega's effect, if a monster effect activates, you can just negate the effect and destroy it anyway. So you might not even need segment, but you know, it all depends on what's happening at the time. So I'll show you basically how to get Omega Alpha Epsilon. It's really the same sort of thing, although unfortunately you can't use your Tetra, but I'll just put everything else away. Right, so you've got your element out, and Epsilon's already out because he's pretty easy enough to make. Equip him with KS, then you get your equip card, a component, that goes boom. You then get your sphere in defense mode. You set your one component, you do it again, boom, you get another sphere. Now, if this is in your opponent's turn, I strongly recommend popping one of your opponent's monsters with this guy's effect. You could send one equip card equipped to Epsilon to then destroy one monster your opponent controls. Easy thing to do. Then you'll sync for 10, and then put these 2 down in the spell and trap card zone. And that is you once again gotten out Omega. Where'd they go? Here we go. As you got Omega out, send these 2 guys to the grave, bye bye, and ready to connect, get 2 Vylon equipped spells attached to him. So I'm sorry this was a bit long, guys. I do tend to rattle on quite a lot, but I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope T34 will be bringing you some more videos sometime soon. Sorry if the camera angle was bad or anything like that, but you know, relatively new to this. But I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed giving you it as well. So, see you later.